shoot a short video of a mechanical I had in my TBI just recently. I was riding along. The bike has 40 something hours on it. The only mods are the turbine core, silencer, a flywheel weight, and a different ignition switch. The motor is totally stock. The tank had never been off the bike. But I was riding along and all of a sudden it died, and it wasn't like I stalled it, just died. So first thing I did was loosen up the tank, just lift it up a bit so I could get to the spark plug. I put a new spark plug in, cranked it over, the bike wouldn't go. I had installed this cheap Amazon start switch because I hated this one, and I had wired it in, so I thought maybe my wiring was bad. So I went in, I cut all these wires again, exposed everything, put them back together. It was still bad. The guy I was riding with said, you know, like, it cranked over like crazy, but it just wouldn't catch. The guy I was riding with said, you know, I don't smell any fuel. So we came around to the fuel connector. I pulled it apart. It came apart really easy. I was thinking it was dark. I was trying to get the fuel filter. I thought maybe the fuel filter was clogged, so I'm sticking my key up in this part. I'm not thinking that little fuel filter is actually down in there. And I stuck my key up there. A little squirt of fuel came out. I thought, well, maybe I unblocked it. I stuck it back together and the bike started up and ran perfect. And that was about 7-8 hours ago. So I posted online to some friends. We've got a group of, I think there's about 7 TBI bikes. And 2 of the other bikes had the same problem, they said. And basically this connector had just separated. When you push the little button, it comes apart. Now my bike and the other 2 had never had the tank off. Never disconnected this. This is like tucked really nice behind the frame. Before it used to be out here. It's the same problem Graham Jarvis had at the Erzberg thing. So I just want to let you know, if all of a sudden you ride along, the bike dies, yeah, you know, the first place I was going to is the plug, because people are saying they foul plugs. But this is a really simple check. Just come around and make sure that that thing is actually snapped in. Maybe pull it apart, do the thing. I did replace the fuel filter when I got home, but there was nothing wrong with it. It was actually, you know, spotless. So somehow that thing comes disconnected. I don't think it was from a crash. It might have been, like, the only thing I can think of, maybe a pressure washer or something, because I wash the bike every time, that maybe somehow that pushed the button in. But it's strange. One other issue I had, kind of new. This is a AT81EX, the gummy, and the tire is separating right in here. It's right down to the cords. As you can see, the tire is pretty worn, but still it's coming apart. I would have liked to ride it longer, but I have a tubeless in there, and there's no leaks at all yet. And if I pull it down, I can actually see the cords when it's clean. But I'm just wondering if anybody else has had that problem. Anyway, happy trails.